Alright guys, what is up? It's time to pick up with Spooky's House of Jump Scares. And unfortunately, thanks to Revan, I kind of know that something is coming up. Right? If I'm glaring at people, I want to go here, not at my other monitor. I'm used to glaring at people on Skype. And they all know when I glare, I look over there. Whatever. I'm not gonna like this at all, but... Oh. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not in the mind frame for jump scares. Yeah, I'm in the Legend of Zelda mind frame now. So I'm thinking like re-dead in that room and kind of, you know, like... eat that shit. That is fucking awesome. Oh. One day, a strange merchant came to town. He sold handmade puppets and trinkets, and all the children loved his store and his gifts, but the town couldn't support his store, because the other shops were failing. The other shopkeepers became jealous, so one night, some of the town folk took all his puppets and threw them in the river. But just afterwards, he came running to the river, crying and wailing that his children were being drowned. He dove into the river trying to save his possessions. The town people, bitter and still angry, watched him frantically thrash and dive into the river until he never came up again. See, I was warned about room 311. Although not what they wanted, the shopkeepers were satisfied. Years later, the children of the town began to go missing. And as more and more children disappeared, people began to find more and more puppets in the forest around the river. These puppets seemed to almost look like the children that were missing. That's fucked up, man. Okay. I don't know how I feel about it. Being shanked. To become a puppet is to rid oneself of the pain and the harshness of choice. No, nothing you do is your fault. Okay. And that's what he meant by you have... God damn it, Rev. You just had to tell me what to do. You just had to. Okay. Wish I could, like... I'm bored. I want to jump around. Jump. Jump. Jump around. Okay. See, I was told how to get, well, how to survive. But the problem is, I don't know how that works. If he's gonna continuously shank me, I have no idea. Right room first. Key. Was this? Sometimes. Okay, I was right. I couldn't remember what I had said. Okay. So from what I understand, he's essentially Slender Man. And if you turn around, he's over there, is from what I've been told. Oh God! I hear him. I don't like this at all, even though I know what I'm supposed to do. I don't like this at all. It's fucking... So I feel like if I have my back turned towards where he's coming from, he is able to stab me. It's like always having that eye over your shoulder. What? How did he get... Oh my gusto. I hear your chopsticks of death coming closer. Oh no. Oh, thank Jesus. No. Good sir. The music changed. Don't think he's following me anymore. Left. Okay, so it's specific music. So I wonder if I can actually see Specimen 6 now. Aha! He is active. Physical puncture. He's a wooden life-size doll found floating in a reservoir where Down once had been. Specimen is active despite appearance and has proved very effective. Subjects who disregard it or have visual impairment. Ah, fucking hell. Uh-oh. Specimen 7. specimen is constantly changing form and attributes depending on subject's personality. The most common form resembles a wall of moving anatomy symbols, only effective on subjects with past trauma or a history of psychological issues. Subject 8. What the fuck? A floating figure that appeared in a test chamber a few years after it was filled with what was believed to just be unusually violent deer. The specimen seems to engulf subjects and absorb them into its torso region. Proved extremely effective on violent subjects. Okay. Subject 10. Is that a worm? A worm-like creature that inhabits the old rundown GL labs. Genetically modified eel that was supposed to be extremely violent, but instead was very passive. It was kept as a pet. That's not good. A floating red figure was found inside a secret area below a large, abandoned corporate office once owned by a restaurant franchise. The specimen is extremely violent and also seems to leave the house at will. Despite various containment methods, victims vanish on contact with the specimen. Sometimes remains of the victims have been found inside the testing chamber days later, proved not as effective as victims' souls do not remain in contact. Oh. Okay. Let's leave. Just making sure the puppet man wasn't behind me, guys. So, I think we're gonna have to listen. We're gonna have to be using audio clues from here on out. I don't think that was an audio clue. It was just a change. I feel like they all have their own nesting grounds on each. At which point they, you know, stick with them. What? No save at 350? Oh. I guess the saves are every 100 now. G. Don't die on me now, boy. Don't die on me. So we're just gonna have to be extra careful. Alright, we're in the fun arcade room. No problemo, man. Nothing's behind us. Something's behind us. Nope. Don't have time for you. Those are getting quite longer though. Okay, no longer something following us. Right, straight. It likes those doubles for whatever reason. But I mean, granted, you only have 3 doors to choose. Nothing. I'm fine. I swear it's not a Twitch. Things behind us again. Things coming. Storm is coming. My name's not Harry, it's James. Shut up, Harry. And the spider again. And back to the re-dead. And the spider. under one of their holes. Nope. Okay. I see bones. Sweet Jesus. Okay, we're gonna leave it off here. So, until I decide to piss myself, or piss my pants again. Stay funky, people.